Hello, my name is Leo. Welcome back for another episode of EU4 as Jerusalem. In previous episode we had a bit of a... Well, we got the peace deal with Mamluks, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a few days since the recording session, but yeah, we got quite a large territory over here in the Middle East now, so we're hopefully increasing that a bit by bit. We might not have too many wars right now. We're currently waiting for the printing press to actually spread to us, but it's not, unfortunately, yet spreading anywhere. Into our territory, anyway. We could develop it through, but at the same time, it's spreading to Naples already. Don't actually know how quickly it's spreading there. Not very quickly, unfortunately. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to take the institution spread in True Faith provinces now with the Splendor. So that will be an extra 50% spread once it starts spreading to us, which is already going to be a pretty decent boost there. We're getting fairly good money, but at the same time we might want to go ahead and increase some... Let's actually have a look. Constantinople is quite expensive to develop. But since we got a lot of the Diplo points, that's a mountain province, or highland province, so not necessarily the best. There's a dry land, so it's a bit more expensive to develop, although it's not... Oh, right, we haven't cored that yet, okay. Adana would be another option. I wonder, we don't have any... No, we don't have any centers for trade in Alexandria yet. Actually, that reminds me, before we start developing, what we should probably do is switch our trade port into Constantinople. It's going to cost us quite a bit in points, but that is going to allow us to make a lot more money in here, because our trade power will be increasing drastically. Like right now it says trade power 115, but I'm pretty sure that it should be more than that now. Well, once they... Oh yeah, there we go, 255. Austria no longer great power, and now we're making 15 ducats from trade there, so that did increase the trade income a decent chunk there. And heavy ship combat ability, well, that's... Well, to be fair, we're only 2 years ahead of time in Miltech, so we might actually want to save the points for now. At least for a little bit, although getting the idea would allow us to, well, ships would be more durable, and it would reduce the Miltech cost a little bit, so maybe we'll just go through the naval ideas real quick here, and then we can switch, well, start getting the techs, and by that point we'll hopefully have at least some areas with the printing press already present, although it doesn't seem to be spreading to us all that quickly. Now we do have a few... Ooh, right, we captured a light ship, another 4 light ships here. Right, they were on different ports, but we did build these recently up, so question is, of course, where are we going to send these? So that's currently in Crimea, that's in Aleppo, and that's in Constantinople. I'm going to send these to, I think, to Alexandria, actually. And I'm hoping that we are actually pulling some trade towards us in there, but we don't have a merchant in there. We only have 2 merchants anyway, so it's a bit of a... limited amount. I mean, technically speaking, we could probably move the one from Constantinople down to Alexandria. Mikhailov is requesting military access to fighting Hassa, Hadramut, and Mamluks. I mean, sure, I suppose. Oh, and Venice is claiming Athens. So we will have to fight Venetians at some point. That does remind me, though, we might want to start increasing the army size. So this is the 10,000 infantry that we have here. Where's the... This is the marines and cannon, so that can be quite handy. But I guess we could start increasing the size... Oh, actually, we've still got that army at 12,000 infantry as well. I mean, it's okay for fighting, I suppose. It's not necessarily the best. But we might want to start increasing the size of this. But first, before we do that, we could already increase the size of Damascus center of trade over here. Well, as soon as we have the money for it, which is going to take about a year still. Well, a bit less than a year, maybe. So we'll wait on that one. Technically speaking, what I could do is I could start reducing some of the forts over here. Or, you know, not keeping them up right now since not really in a war. So they're not really having much risks there. I think another... We need to set up a bit more fortifications in here. But we are currently building a castle in Constantine, so over there. We could maybe get one in Tatooine. Or if we put it on the island there, then that would mean an easy way to trap an enemy army there for a while. So that's not necessarily a bad idea. Promising trader. Okay, what do we have as... oh, right, we got the diplomat in there. Which is not necessarily a bad idea either. We do need to do a bit of reduction on the potential coalition. Now, we could actually do a war against Tunis already. I didn't realize that. Now, to be fair, Tunis is having a bit of problems, but they are guaranteed by our Portugal and Mamluk, so we can't really do that right now. Also allied to Ottomans. So I guess what's going to happen is on our next war against Ottomans, which can start in about 3 years. And the truce is going to be expiring around February 59. So it's still quite a while ago, or quite a while away rather, but we'll get there eventually. I do wonder, is there any... Well, I suppose the desert over here might not be too bad for fortification. I mean, it doesn't give defensive bonus, but it does have a bit of attrition in there. Siena has end of religious turmoil. Well, good on them. So yeah, the Venetians and Tuscan units are definitely seating down a lot of Ottomans. Don't suppose Tunis is part of that war. Oh no, they are. Okay. But yeah, Ottomans are probably going to be losing at least Albania and possibly some areas over here. Incompetent diplomacy. Oh, hey, we did the house of worship in Adrianople. Right, improve relations for 5 years, minus 10%. Okay, I mean, at least we got the advisors. It's not going to be the end of the world. Still not great, mind you. But now we should be quite a bit the largest... oh yeah, we got 51% of the trade in Constantinople. That's pretty decent, and we just got another conversion done as well. We're not actually converting anything right now, are we? I mean, we got a lot of coring going. Once those are done, we'll have plenty of conversions to do again. And it's, well, it's October next year. So a bit more than a year away still, before the cores are done. But that's alright. Ooh, okay. Oh, they took... Oh! Damn you, Venice. Now I need to kill you. Right, Is Kodra, Avlonia, Ori, Crusade, Biga, and Saruhan. Release Moldavia? Oh, okay. They will be guaranteed by Venice for the duration of their truce. Ottomans will pay 300 ducats. Alright then. Well, I mean, to be fair, we've got quite a few claims on Venice. On various areas. So if we were to do a war against them, they do have quite an army. I could maybe get Naples to help me. Maybe even Austria if I promise them land, to be fair. But they've got a lot of allies. Mostly small allies, mind you. So let's say if we call in... Oh yeah, we'd have the advantage in this, actually. Quite easily. We'll wait a little bit and we'll get at least the Emporium upgraded. And then we'll build up this army a little bit to get a bit of cavalry and cannons in there. Not necessarily a massive amount of cavalry, but a little bit here and there. And that way we'll have the numbers advantage. But, you know, we can do that war against the Venetians. That's not necessarily going to increase aggressive expansion towards the Muslim nations as much. And then after that, we can do the war against Ottomans already. Or we'll probably want to get the cores in here first. But let's actually have a look. What do we want from them? We need these two, the islands, Corfu, and these two. Well, at least that one. And I suppose Valona wouldn't hurt either. But yeah, that's going to be quite a tricky one. I mean, they've got a large fleet, don't they? Yeah, they've got 116 ships. I mean, we got fairly close to that, actually. How much do we have total? 102. And we could have even a larger fleet than that. So we could perhaps just go ahead and... Oh, right. Well, we're not going to build the ships now. Next month, we are going to be able to update the Centaur Strait over here in Damascus. And then after that, we can start building the troops and ships. Start preparing for a war against the... Actually, do I have... Well, I suppose I do still have these two claims against the Ottomans. But then once we get these from the Venetians, plus the islands and all that, it's going to be tricky. But I suspect that, actually... If we have a look at the military, navies in particular, so they do have a lot of light ships, much more than we do. They got a lot of heavy ships and transports, and some galleys as well. So overall, while they have more ships, it's mostly light ships that they have more. I got more galleys, and our galleys are pretty darn good. There might be a little bit of separatism brewing up in here. Are you yeah, you taking care of the northern side. Got these troops drilling here, giving it a little bit of drill and slightly... Small amount of professionalism, not necessarily going to be enough professionalism, mind you. It's a start. Now we could actually increase our mercantilism even further. We don't need to increase our stability, for example, so that might actually be a good one to make more money. Right, so we are actually behind in tech now. I could take the Diplotech, I suppose, but we do not still have any areas that are getting printing press, so that might be at least to avoid losing the innovationist too much. Plus we get the trade efficiency from there, so it's not all bad. Oh, but we've got the money now, so let's go ahead and upgrade the Center of Trade. And then I think what we're going to do is we will start increasing the amount of galleys that we have in here to a full 40. So that's going to be a pretty sizable fleet already. And after that, we might want to start increasing the army size in here. Get at least a bit of cannons and some cavalry. So, well, since we can go up to... Oh, we can build another 8 units. We can maybe go for 4 cavalry and 4 artillery, and then we put in another 2 artillery later. Now we'll just have to wait a little bit longer. We've still got 2 years of peace with Ottomans. And the Mamluks are trying to have some spy networks in our nation. Not really surprising, to be fair. It's going to be 14 towns separatists in Syria. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to be in the northern areas or the southern areas. Although I think they're actually going to be dealt with the same army here, aren't they? Let's go ahead and bring Taz over here to this army, because that's going to be the one dealing with the fighting anyway, in this case. And we are currently number 5 in the Great Powers, even though we do not have the institution embraced. So that's actually pretty decent. I mean, it could of course be even better, but it's a good start. Now, there's Tunisian noble rebels going through. Ah, right, we got the castle already in Constantine, so that's good. I don't know if we want to get... I suppose... Oh, unfair taxes. We'll just increase the devotion. I mean, it's already full, but I'd rather not incur too many unrest-related things. I mean, we've got a decent bit of armies doing the rebel suppression and all that, but they could also be a bit... Oh, wow, they got 30. Oh! Oh! If we were to do the war against Venice, we could keep most of the armies in here, which gives us pretty free reign on clearing out a lot of the other areas. And especially if we can get Austrians in that, they can then start sieging down a lot of that area. I mean, how much do we have? We've got plenty of favors with them. So let's say Venice. If we were to go for a war for, I don't know, Saruhan, get Austria in, Naples in, they would have a lot of their allies in as well. So total, I mean, we'd still have the numbers advantage. We've got the same amount of cannons right now. They've had a slightly more cavalry, we've got a lot more infantry. Plus that doesn't include the Hungarian troops either, so that would be another 32,000 men in that. Do they actually have any else? No, it's just Hungary. Fair enough. But yeah, I would definitely want to get at least these 5 provinces. And preferably also Corfu and Locrida. Oh, actually, how close are we getting the Latin Empire? We still need to have... Well, we need to have 3 provinces at least from Venetians. And then 2 from the Ottomans. And then... Oh, we need to force someone's religion to get this one, but that's fine. And the Crusade against piracy, we still need to get a few more provinces. I think if we get these 4 provinces, that'll probably be enough for the mission, so that is going to give us... until the... Oh, morale navies goes up, ship trade power goes up as well till the end of the game. That's actually quite nice. Now, unfortunately, the Knights of the New World, that's probably not going to happen, let's be honest. But then, of course, the Land of Moses, and... Oh, right, convert the Holy Land. So there's at least 3 more provinces that we need to convert. That's actually not too bad. I mean, as soon as we got the cores done, we can start converting those quite quickly, I reckon. I mean, it's going to be about a year per province or something like that. So not too shabby, actually. Well, Damascus is going to be slightly more than a year. Most of them are slightly below. Well, let's go ahead and get some of those artillery pieces in here. Already. And maybe we'll get 1 cavalry as well already. We'll slowly start building up the armies. Disaster at sea. 10 years, minus 10% morale of navies, or minus 25 mill points. I'm going to take the mill point to hit there. It's not going to be great, of course, but it's not the end of the world, I don't think. Now, I do wonder. So Naples is starting to get a lot more of the printing press in here. Although they still don't have any provinces fully with it, so that's a problem. And until they get that, it's not really going to spread to us. I do wonder, though. Could we perhaps start reducing some of these things here? I mean, the military advisor cost is quite nice to have, but it is minus 5 max absolutism. Why is our max absolutism right now, anyway? Well, we don't know for sure. Although, actually, can we see it from here? We could have about 30. That's not too shabby, but we might want to start reducing some of these various liberties or rights for the estates. to reduce their power so that when we conquer more lands, more of it will go directly to the crown, and, you know, that will allow us to get some more bonuses that way. Especially getting the plus 40% bonus on the government reform points from having a lot high crown land percentage is definitely helping. Okay, another cavalry unit over there. We've got the 40... Oh, actually, we haven't got the ships yet. Those are going to be done in a few months, though. There we go. That is a whole lot of conversions done. Let's start conversion to Musk. And then, was it... It was Homs and Hammer. So those three are the ones that we need to convert for sure. And then we're going to start converting from the easiest upwards. We're not paying a lot for the missionary maintenance either, so that's quite fun. There will be the Syrian the separatists soon enough. Well, I hope that it's not going to be too bad, but especially now that we're not converting, it's probably going to speed up a bit further. But we got the army in here. We could perhaps even move it down here and then reinstate the areas to take care of, assuming that it doesn't fire before that. There we go. That should help. We got the marine group over here with the oh, spice trade. Interesting. The spice price goes up quite a bit. I don't suppose we produce any. No, Alexandria would be one. And then there's a little bit over here in Iraq. I suspect that there might be... Yeah, there's a little bit in Arabia as well. Suppose it's easy to see if we select one of these, where exactly they are. But yeah, there's a decent bit of spice, especially further east there. And actually, one of the goals is to take all of Arabia as well. So we might want to... If we do a war against Karakayunlu, that would be at least one way to get into Iraq and start claiming some more territory in there. But we're going to be very short on admin points for a while we do all of this expansion. I think we're still missing... Yeah, there we go. We got the last boat there. So we've got 4 to 6 warships in here. We can probably just bring them into the region. So, assuming that we do the war against the Venetians soon, let's hope that there's not going to be any coalitions in the meanwhile, while we do that fighting. But then this fleet plus the transport fleet should be enough to fight off of most of the Venetian fleets at least. They have majority of their troops in these two islands where they can't then leave, so that gives us pretty free hands on conquering the lands that we need to take. But I think we'll wait until we've at least gotten the separatist movement in Syria crushed. And after that we can think about the war. Oh, speak of the devil. We've got another core as well. I think that was all the coring that we needed to do. So that does reduce unrest a decent chunk overall. And this one should be dealt quite easily. You could definitely say that. Right, well let's go ahead and bring in this army over here. We'll still have this one as a bit of a reserve army, and this one will probably mostly stay back home for now. To keep some areas clear. They might do a landing in Tunisia. Especially their allies might. But I suspect that now that the troops are moving, let's just wait until the troops are in position. We'll save up a bit of cash. I mean, we're currently paying quite a bit for the reinforcement. That won't be a problem for too long, I hope. So we'll have our marines in here. They can do a decent bit of... Ooh, actually, we could use the marines to go to Crete. We got the claim there. We kind of do want to have that. So this army has gotten, well, a little bit more troops at least. Let's go ahead and get another 2 set of cannons in there. Most of the other rebellions aren't too strong right now, so I'm not too worried about them. I don't think we need to worry about them during the war at least. One of the things that I'm slightly concerned is the fleet numbers that they have. That is quite a large fleet. Admittedly, with the help of the Austrian fleet and my fleet with 40... galleys and all that, I might be able to just blockade them in there, and then the Venetian fleet would not move at all. And then with the transport fleet, we could blockade the Aegean Sea, and then the Marines can just easily hop over to the islands and what have you. I think that's actually not a bad idea. It's risky, to say the least, but it's not necessarily bad. So I'm just going to go ahead and move the fleet over there. As soon as the fleet is there, I mean, we've got such a massive amount of galleys and a bit of heavy ships as well, that I don't think they'll be able to break through from there. Plus, the Admiral is not bad. 3102, so especially blockading all of this should be quite easy. Troops are almost ready. Let's actually get them in position and then we'll declare the war. And technically speaking, the Marines could start moving into the ships already. Shouldn't take too long. But now, I think it's time to declare war on Venice. They've got a fairly large army. We can invite Naples, and if we promise some land to Austria, we can invite them. Peruhan is going to be the war goal, because that's going to be the easiest places for us to take. They will have a lot of allies, but I think this is fine. Right, the drilling has stopped, so this army, well, it's going to get a bit of reinforcement, then we can send it in to help with some of this stuff. So you'll move to Zeruhan. We got that blockaded. There's a bit of naval combat about. And our fleet over here is probably... Oh, yeah, we just captured a lightship from them. Well, from Tuscany, technically speaking, but still. There's no fleets in... Well, there's a fleet over there, actually. I'm going to try sending this to Epirus. Out of the way. There we go. So the enemy's moving away. We're moving there. They are combining these two armies. Oh, there we go. We sank another lightship from the Venetians. Growing animosity. Remove Venice as historical friend. As long as anyone remembers, we consider ourselves to be friends with Venetian. However, with the recent humiliating defeat at the hands of our former friends, all talk of historical friendship between our two must be regarded as mere words. Back home, mothers are learning of the death of their sons at the hands of the armies of Venice. Friendships or even peace seems like a distant dream. Oh, right, they had quite a fleet over there. Do we still have some other fleets? I mean, we've got the transport fleet over here. Technically speaking, could be moved in here to help with blockading. Like, they've still got probably quite a large trade fleet in Black Sea. That might be part of the issue there. But they've got 60,000 men taking attrition already, so that's good. Over here, we are actually taking a bit of damage. We might not win this. Alright then, let's go ahead, and as soon as we can, we're going to try and retreat, although we are definitely dealing a lot of damage on the enemy as well. Oh my goodness. Lost a general, which is not ideal. Okay, we lost that one. We lost 18 ships, and they lost 3 ships. Okay, so that was bad. It was a gamble, especially leaving the transport fleets in here. Let's go ahead and land into Crete at least. And we can start converting another province. 2 provinces, actually. There we go. That'll be done. So we may need to expand our armies, or fleet especially, a bit. How far is the big fleet going? It's going all the way to Epirus. Not too far, actually, then. I'm going to go ahead and send this one to Maria. I'm going to send this one to the Aegean Sea. They can repair outside the port as well. Oh, well. We caught a small fleet in here. I think we are going to sink this fleet. There we go. Oh, we captured 2 more ships. It was a lot of light ships at Middle. Oh, it wasn't us that captured. I think it was the Neapolitan troops that captured that. Speaking of Naples, though, they're having a bit of issues here with them being seized down and all that, which to be expected. Or was to be expected, but yeah, we'll probably want to start... Well, once we get in here, we'll start building some new galleys. I mean, we had a lot of the old galleys in there, so that definitely didn't help with the fight. But we can still hold on to this area. As soon as we seize down Crusade, we can move this army through. Oh, okay. You know what? I could probably send in the fleet over here. Clear out that... Oh, diplomatic insult. Oh, no. Let's go ahead and sink a few trade ships, shall we? When I say a few, I mean a lot of them. Right, well, we did lose 1 galley. But at the same time, we captured 10 light ships. My goodness. Well, I mean, that's a bit of a replacement for the ships that were lost earlier. Actually, no, you stay there because that fleet is going to be pushed out very shortly again. Although, there's at least some of these war galleys that we might want to send back home. Or back to be repaired. Maybe we'll get at least 1 set of repairs there before the fight happens. No, it doesn't look like it. Although, we have done the Convert the Holy Land, so until the end of the game, missionary maintenance costs minus 25%. So, how much do we pay? It's less than a ducat for 4 missionaries now. It might be a bit overpowered. Ooh, we capture another 5 light ships. Let's send those to Constantinople as well, and now we can move this fleet back here. We've got a lot of these galleys being built. It's going to take a while before they're ready. But the transports could possibly go ahead and shuffle the Marines on the dry land, so to speak. Oh, and our trade fleet's already fighting in here again. I think we're still going to win this. We've got better morale and all that, so I think overall... Oh, yeah, we captured another light ship. Excellent. They can't repair. Well, yeah, no, they can't repair in here, actually. That's good. got this caravel. I suppose we could actually move that to Constantinople as well. And just combine all of these into one fleet. So we still got a fleet guarding Aleppo, another one in Alexandria. That is actually protecting Constantinople. So we don't have anyone in the Black Sea trade node right now. That's alright, I suppose. Let's go ahead and start sieging down that, or I guess we can go for the fort in the meanwhile as well. I have a feeling that Naples will be pushed out of the war, but I'm hoping that Austria will be able to deal a lot of damage for the other enemies. So who are we fighting even? Sicily, Venice, Tuscany, Siena, and I think that's actually about it. No, there's also Trent and Salzburg, actually. And Augsburg. Right, well, there's Trent, Salzburg, and Augsburg. Well, Augsburg is being sieged down right now. I have a feeling that Salzburg will probably be sieged down soon enough as well. There is a bit of naval combat happening in here. They've got a lot of ships. Okay, let's just go ahead and send these in. If we can get the numbers advantage in here, we can probably sink a bit more of their ships than they sink ours. And that way we can basically make sure that they will not get these troops out of the islands. No matter how much they try. I think bringing the light ships may have saved this battle. There we go. They lost a lot of ships, including all their galleys. A third of their heavies, half their light ships, and one transport. We lost one light ship, and probably quite a few galleys, but at the same time we captured 12 ships total there. Ooh, and movement speed for... Okay. Well done, Catmandos. Right, let's send these back home. And these fleets are... Okay, that's 12 light ships. This could probably go and repair as well somewhere real quick. And then we got this fleet. Oh, wow, yeah, it's going to be getting a lot of galleys in here. I can send another 3 of these. Well, maybe you can actually combine that. Truce with Ottomans has ended. Alright then. I don't think that's going to be a huge issue. Ooh, wow, they're... Yeah, okay, Naples is having issues there. On the other hand, so... that is definitely an issue. Our ships can at least... Oh! Where did they... Did I accidentally send the transports away? Or did we... Oh, we may have lost a lot of the transports, actually. There's only 9 there. Oh, no, this was the transport fleet. Okay. Well, these can return home, then. And this was the light ship fleet that we sent in to help with the fighting. Alright, then. And then we got these... Well, technically speaking, I could just combine the transport fleets into one, I suppose. And I guess since we won the siege there, let's go ahead and siege down Bologna and then Corfu. We do need to still beat down these armies one way or another, and for that we might need to actually bring in the second army at least in. We could probably complete the naval ideas, because that's actually going to give us the barrage cost minus 100%, ship disengagement chance plus 15%, morale of navies, global naval engagement modifier, and most importantly, it completes the ideas. We get more manpower, we get some diplo reputation, and we can get the Naval Supremacy Act. Although we might replace this one. So we don't need to pay the extra points, but that is still, like, the blockade impact on siege plus 1 is very nice. Unfortunately, it only has an impact on the actual coastal fortifications and all that sort of stuff, but that's fine. That's kind of to be expected, to be fair. I can increase mercantilism again. What is our mercantilism right now, anyway? It is 18%. So not quite as much as I was hoping for, but it is slowly growing with the points that we put in there. And we're making 18 ducats per month from trade, which compared to the taxation is still quite low, admittedly, but we can slowly start increasing that. And now we have the Venetian main battle fleet over here just blockaded, and those are not going to get out of there. If it's up to me, and technically speaking it is up to me, isn't it? So yeah, they're not getting out of there. Although, Naples is going to get pushed out of the war soon. I do wonder what they're going to be losing. If anything. Probably some lands to Venetians, I suppose. Well, that's another siege done. Let's go to Corfu. There's not a lot of naval sieges that I need to be doing, although... Right, the Austrians aren't here, right? Well, actually, no, they're sieging down Mantua, and, well, they got Milano already sieged down. Augsburg is still being sieged down. It's already 78%. Oh, there we go. Right, Augsburg. I do actually wonder, could I give that to Austrians? Austria does not want it. Let's see, 70 ducats. War operations. Sure. There's at least one enemy out of the war. We get a bit of money as well, which is always nice. We'll definitely find some uses for them. Now, I do wonder how much troops do I... Well, I suppose they... There we go. That's another siege done. Suppose we could go to Kosovo. That is the gold mine. We kind of do want that, but we don't really have a claim there. I suspect that we might want to start... Alright, they aren't actually moving out there right now. We're going to start combining the galleys over here in the main fleet again. So it's already at 30. And Middle East, some of those are still quite old. We don't have quite as many heavy ships anymore, but that's fine, quite frankly. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.